What's up, everybody? My name is Floyd Chavez, in case you're new to the channel, and you are back in the FC Sneaker Factory for a brand new episode on December 1st. Can you believe that? The first Monday of December is insane. This year has flew by, literally has flew by, and now we're in the last month of the year. And as soon as you know it, 2026 will be upon us. But let's go ahead and slow up. Relax, enjoy the rest of this beautiful month of December. Enjoy the holiday season, hopefully with the friends and the family members. But I just want to say first and foremost, thank you to each and every single one of you. That includes the fellas up there and of course the beautiful ladies. I appreciate each and every single one of you for all your support throughout this entire year. Thank you so much. Just want to get that off my chest, okay? But I wanted to do a review on one of my favorite shoes. And I know I say that a lot. This is my favorite shoe. Oh, I love this shoe. No, this is one of my favorite shoes of all time right here. I absolutely love this shoe. This shoe, whenever it comes out, I always have to get this particular colorway though. I love the model. I love this particular model because I just can't get enough of it. But when it comes to this colorway, it's always a must for me to buy. And this shoe has released numerous times already in this particular colorway. But let's go ahead and go back and let's take a little brief history of this shoe, and I'll let you know the exact two shoes that I'm going to be reviewing for you beautiful people out there, okay? But we're going to be looking at the beautiful, the gorgeous, and we're going to be looking at the Nike Air Tech Challenge 2 Andre Agassi. But most importantly, this beautiful colorway. But we'll go into the colorway in a little bit. But we're going to be looking at this model. The original release date on the Air Tech Challenge 2 was 1990. Very long time ago as up until now, right? Numerous years ago. A lot of people weren't even born around that time when it first released. I was. So very happy that I saw this shoe when it first came out. Such a great shoe. Very iconic shoe. Worn by one of my favorite tennis players, and that's Andre Agassi. Such a great tennis player. Such a great time to grow up in the 90s. This first retro though back in 2008, okay? And then we saw a lot of retros after that. I must say though, back in 2008 I was in college, and I actually remember purchasing this shoe. I remember purchasing the first one and then also the second one when I was in college and wearing it, and I got a lot of compliments when it came to that shoe. But it started retroing again in 2014, 2016, 2019, and then 2024 into the 2025 year currently. We're starting to see the shoe come back again. So we're getting a lot of this model throughout the years, even up until now. And I'm glad, very happy to see this shoe constantly being released, because this is one of those shoes I feel like it just ages well. And I feel like when the new people, right, the new sneakerheads or the new people that just love wearing shoes, they get introduced to this shoe all over again, and just basically reunites the fire of this shoe. But going back to this shoe, the particular person out this shoe was made for, Andre Agassi, he actually was with Nike for 17 years. Crazy, right? From 1988 all the way through 2005. So very long time, that partnership with him and Nike. But then he left. He left to Adidas for 8 years, but then he made his return back to Nike in 2013. So it's always great to see Andre Agassi return to the original brand, because I mean the whole Nike back in the 90s. I mean, if you want to go do the search it out, Nike Andre Agassi 1990, and you'll see his entire collection. Very bright, very vibrant when it comes to his clothing, his shoes, but just such a great time for basically for tennis when it came to Nike, and basically for Nike as well. I mean, Nike was still a rising company at that time. So, I mean, that whole partnership was just absolutely beautiful. But now let's go ahead and go into the two shoes that I'm going to be reviewing, okay? This first one, it comes from 2014 right here. Glad I got my hands on this one. Like I said, I believe I have, I still have that one in the rotation. I probably will retire it because I took a look at it not too long ago, and that was the 2008. And it's starting to, age, right? The color starting to, become a little bit yellowish, and the colors aren't as vibrant as they once were. So I might retire that shoe because that's the shoe I wear up until this point now. But I might start wearing this one right here, the 2014. So what I'm going to be doing is the comparison between the 2014 and then also this year, the 2025 of this particular shoe. So let's go ahead and go on to the shoe box of the 2014 one. But I'm going to be looking at the white Org Bristol clay blue. Okay, that's the most important word that I want you to take out of this is the clay blue, because this right here is my favorite colorway when it comes to this Nike Air Tech Challenge 2. Alright, so we're just getting the standard orange and white Nike box. Nothing crazy with it when it came to this 2014 version. But I want you to take a look at that right there. So 10.5, of course, because that's my size. White, I wish I could get a nice, I might not be able to get it though. Oh, there you go. So there you go. You can read it for yourself. A lot of different just abbreviations for the colors. But what I want you to really take a look at is that clay blue. That's all I want. 120 bucks at that time when back in 2014. I purchased this on StockX. So the original one, I want to say the 2008, I purchased on eBay. I'm not going to show you that one, but I purchased that one on eBay. But this one I purchased on StockX on November 16th of 2019, and it says right there 2014, and I paid a very low price. This shoe, I feel like it always jumps up and then it goes back down, jumps up, goes back down. But nothing crazy, just your translucent tissue paper, so nothing going on there. All right, so let's take a look at this shoe. Beautiful shoe, the clay blue, I love it. So right now what we're getting is right here when it comes to the lateral part of the shoe, it's just all white leather. Beautiful all white leather shoe. I love it. Got that nice little graphics. I just love that, like the bubbles or the whatever you want to call that, but that nice decoration and that white, and then that also like starts fading into that clay blue. Clay blue right here, like I mentioned, this is all leather. There's no type of suede going on. It is an all leather shoe, but you do have that nice suede blue leather traveling right there on the lateral part, and then traveling upwards towards the rear part of the shoe. Right here, this nice leather orange swoosh, all right here. White leather going through the shoelaces, this nice white panel, but you do have some perforations going, or dimpling, I would say, in that panel. They're not actual holes though. Right here, I forgot to mention this. This is not leather. This is actually a nice gray plastic hit. Just a nice little decoration for the shoelace. And then you got that nice clay blue hit where the shoelaces actually go through. Still right here, you still got that same decoration right here going towards the rear part of the shoe, but you just have that nice fading of that clay, of that white going into the clay blue. Right there on the midsole, beautiful gray hit. I love that white right here when it comes to this portion of the midsole, and then the white air unit, and then you do have a nice little hit right there of that gray when it comes to the exposed outsole. Right here though, on the front part of the midsole, that's right there is a nice white, and then you also have some like just a nice little decor when it comes to the midsole. Up top, not leather, but this is white nylon material traveling to the rear part of the shoe. Like I mentioned, that nylon material still travels around the rear going towards the medial. Beautiful clay blue hit right there in the nice leather. Nike swoosh air, all in white. White hit right there. Gray midsole, white midsole, and then gray exposed gray outsole. Medial side, identical lateral side. Nothing's really changed. It's all the same hits when it comes to this clay blue. Same hits right here when it comes to this clay blue. The only thing I would say is when it comes to the lateral part, this is a slightly different hit when it comes to the cuts in leather, and then this decoration doesn't go as high up when it compares to the lateral side as you're looking in the medial side. It's a little bit smaller, but besides that, it's all the same shoe, same leather, same plastic hit for the shoelaces, Same nice clay blue hit right there where the shoelace actually goes through. The nice orange leather tongue. White perforated, or I would say white dimpled when it comes to this panel, because those perforations do not go through the leather. It's actually solid. And then you still have the nice midsole, white, gray, little hit of gray right here, white right here, and then the continuation of the gray, and then you're starting to see this nice orange exposed portion of the outsole. Front part, beautiful. I just love how the front part hits. Nice orange hit. You can see that exposed outsole, the gray exposed outsole. But then you're starting to see that beautiful white, clean colored shoe right there from the front. Alright, so we got the outsole, orange outsole, gray when it comes to the middle of the outsole, and then traveling all the way around, and then it stops right there. So it travels all the way through the heel port. Stops right there, nice little white hit, Nike and orange, and then you still got that. Then you start picking back up with that gray hit going towards the front part of the shoe, and then this nice clay blue hit right there when it comes to the outsole. I've never wore this shoe. This is actually just dead stock, but like I mentioned, I got the 2008, so I may switch this one out now and start wearing this one. Okay, so I'm looking at the aerial view of the shoe. I love it. It never gets old. But look at that beautiful aerial view. Love it. Nylon white tongue. I love that. White perforated, or I would say dimpled, because those perforations do not go through the toe box. Those are just basically a design, but still a beautiful design. White nylon tongue, white shoelaces. I love this white nylon tongue because it just definitely gives a lot of flexibility on that. It's not like harder at all. And then you got that nice tag right there, Nike swoosh in orange. That border around the tag is in orange, but then you also have that nice little design right there, just to match what you see right here. Matches like that right there. So you got like white, and then you got those nice little, dots of that clay blue. Inside of the tongue is orange, white ankle collar, orange insole, clay blue Nike and swoosh. Beautiful for the insole. Alright, so there you have it. Not much going on with the shoe. It's just a clean shoe. I love this shoe. Such a great shoe. But let's take a look at the 2015 version of this shoe, and let's see if anything's changed. Alright, forgot to mention this. This is white right here as well. This is a nice a white plastic for the shoelaces. But yeah, that's the only thing I forgot to mention on this one. Just going to do a quick little overview just to get the entire shoe. And then let's take a look at the 2024 right here. 2024, looking at it, it's kind of seeing a little bit of changes really in the materials. So when it comes to the 2014 version, the leather is a smooth leather. Forgot to mention that, but it is an all smooth leather shoe. The 2025 version, you're starting to see some different leather in this one. And then I'll let you know exactly what I like. I'm also starting to see a little bit of color change when it comes to the colors, and we'll talk about that right now as well. Okay. All right. You may see something. I mean, you may see the same shoe, but as I get this up close, there is some differences. The colors are the same, but there are differences when it comes to the shades of color and when it comes to the material. So right here, this is a nice white. I would say doesn't feel as thick as a 2014. White leather, and that travels through right there, and it stops. Travels through the lateral side, and it goes upward and then downward into the midsole. This right here, this is actually tumble leather in this clay blue. Still going up, still going upwards, and then traveling towards the rear part. But you could see that tumble leather though. Alright. This is actually like an off-white color. It's not like a solid white. compared to the 2014. This right here, the perforations, these are actually more visible on this side panel in the 2025 version compared to the 2014 version. This, you got this material right here is actually a white tumble leather. Crazy. This right here, white tumble leather. This is actually gives you, it's not, the 2014 is gray. This is more of like either a light gray or very like baby bluish type rubber hit when it comes to that shoelace holder. You still got the clay blue hit right there for the shoelaces. That hasn't changed. This is actually a tumble leather swoosh in orange, which has changed. Because the other one, the 2014, it's just a smooth leather. And I want to say the 2014 is a brighter orange in that swoosh compared to this one. So right here, more of that tumble leather. White nylon, that hasn't changed. Like I mentioned though, this clay blue, this is a tumble leather. This is a nice white tumble leather as well. And then right here, these look way different compared to the 2014. This is more white. I mean, not more white, but the white is more cracked. And then there's less blue on the 2025 compared to the 2014. This is more of cracked, less white. I mean, yeah, less white and then more or less clay blue. This is a nice gray color, but it's a very light gray color when it comes to the midsole. This is actually like an off-white color, white air unit, same thing as 2014. But this is an off-white hit right here. When compared, and you could see it too, this white midsole, off-white right there when it comes to the midsole. Very light gray exposed outsole compared to the 2014. Medial side, same thing as the 2014. You got the white stitch in Nike swoosh in air, but you got the tumble leather clay blue hit right here. White. This is actually a white smooth leather. So this isn't tumble. This is a white smooth leather. So we're starting to get two different cuts of leather. Got a tumble and then the white smooth. And then you got the nice light gray hit right there for the midsole. White, off-white right there when it comes to the midsole. And then a very light gray colored outsole. Medial side, same thing as the lateral side. Nothing's changed. You're still seeing the same color blocking. Different cuts of leather though. And then also a slightly different cut when it comes to the midsole. But it's identical to the 2014. They didn't change anything. White hit on the ankle collar, tumble leather, like this baby blue rubber hit for the shoelaces. This is all tumble leather though. Traveling through the shoelaces. This right here, this is the same dimples going on that panel and the white leather. This is a smooth leather though. This is smooth compared to up top. Right here, this is a tumble leather though. Tumble leather clay blue hit right there. Traveling throughout the medial side going towards the rear. Right there, more of that white cracking. It's less white cracking and then less clay blue compared to the 2014. Even on this right here. And I'm going to show you the 2014 version side by side. Gray though on the midsole, off-white hit. And then right here, white hit right there. Exposed orange hit for the outsole. Beautiful. I love it from the front. Still looks amazing. Right there. Same color blocking when it comes to the outsole. But like I mentioned though, it's really a light gray. It's showing up white because probably of the ring light. It looks white, but this is actually like a light gray right here. This is all light gray. This is white, but this is all light gray. White right here, this little hit around the Nike, that's orange. Clay blue when it comes to the middle and then the heel, and of course that's orange. Okay, so aerial view of the shoe. Aerial view, beautiful, very bright when it comes to the tongue. We'll take a look at that. But as you can see right here, this is a tumbled perforated leather. Not totally perforated because those holes don't go all the way through. White nylon hit for the tongue. White shoelaces. This is very, very, very bright. That tag. Orange border. You got the nice clay blue hit around the Nike and the swoosh. White ankle collar. And then you're seeing something different. Well, you see this is the same. Orange right there around behind the tongue. But the insole is actually clay blue. The Nike, the swoosh in the air is in orange. And that's different. Because on the 2014, the insole is actually orange. And I want to say the Nike, the swoosh in the air is clay blue. We're going to take a look at it though. It's still beautiful. Alright. Like, still good shoe. Make sure I'm not. Still good shoe. Make sure I'm not blurry. But I mean, still a good shoe. Not as good as the 2014 though. I feel like the 2014 a little bit better materials. Even though we're getting even though we're getting tumble leather on this one, that one still looks good to me. Like, looks better than this one. Let's take a look at it side by side though, so you can totally get the view. All right, 2014. See. 2014, you're getting a nice smooth leather. 2025, you're getting a more of a different type of leather, which is a tumble leather. Also, look at the specs right here. When it comes to this one right here, see how you're getting more white, even more clay blue compared to that. And I'm not sure if that's just how the shoes, like this particular shoe's made, but I'm pretty sure they all probably look the same. See, and even this right here, this is gray. You can see the gray in the midsole, the gray in that plastic for the shoelaces. Even on the outsole is gray compared to this one. This is really light. But this is like a bluish right here. When it comes to the 2025, that's more of like a bluish plastic. Rear part, remember 2014 is always going to be on top. Here's that. And in the rear, let's take a look. Or I'm sorry, the medial side, 2014, 2024. Let's see. Smooth, obviously tumbled. You see less of the perforations in the 2014. 2014, less perforations. You don't see them as much. More visible in the 2025. And also too, see that how this 2025 version, this is an off-white color. You see that? That's just straight white. 2024, 2025, let's see. Looks identical, doesn't look anything different. Just you see that gray more on the 2024 or 2014 than the 2025. The gray for the outsole is more grayer. Aerial view of the shoe, you'll probably see a difference. So this is the 2014, 2025, and then you're seeing different right there. Probably seeing the outsole or the insoles are different, right? This one's orange, this one is blue or that clay blue. Let me move this shoelaces so you can actually see. Right there, see the Nike and the check. There's no air in this one, but the 2025 you have the air, so different. And then also too, this is not as bright when it comes to the tag. That's not as bright. Actually, you have a little bit of a decoration right there, that clay blue and the white, compared to that one. That's just an all solid tag. So I mean, changes are very minor. I still love this one. This is such a good shoe. I love this shoe. The 2014 version, a lot better. Even though the aspects on this one, like the inside of the tongue, that's really orange compared to this one. It's not as bright. 2024 is not as bright inside the orange part of the tongue compared to the 2025. That's really orange. But besides that, I mean, there's a lot of differences when it comes to the two shoes. They're both amazing shoes regardless, right? I mean, if you don't have the 2024, you wouldn't be like, you get the 2025 and be like, oh my God, like, this is cheap. You'd probably be like, man, nice shoe. You don't have anything to compare it to. But I have the 2024 or 2014 and the 2025. There are differences. Colors different. The materials are different. One's brighter here, one's brighter there. Just it's different. Two different shoes, but they're still nice. My suggestion to you out there is get this shoe. I'm not sure how much it is. I'm probably pretty sure it's cheap because the sneaker market's down. But get this shoe. If you could get the 2014 version, try to get it. If you can get it for a reasonable price and within your size. But if you can't, get this shoe. This shoe's so good, and over time it's just going to go up. If you miss out this time, can't afford it for whatever reason, let's say it's really high, I don't know what the aftermarket price is. I mean, maybe give it a couple years, it'll probably be back, in a couple years or so don't worry. But still a good shoe. I love this shoe. I will always promote this shoe to buy because it's that good. Classic model when it comes to Nike in general. Even though like it's an Andre Agassi shoe, it's still a classic model from 1990. But drop a comment down below. Let me know what you like. Do you like the 2014 better compared to the 2025? I don't know. All I can say is I like the 2014 better. A lot nicer shoe. I love the smoother leather compared to the tumble leather, and I'm a big fan of tumble leather. But when it comes to just the Agassi, I love the smooth leather on the Agassi. But that's just me. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you like. 2014 or 2025. You make the decision. Thank you so much for tuning in. A little bit longer episode. I didn't want to take it that long, but unfortunately I did. But thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I appreciate it. If you're not a friend of the program, what are you doing? Please be a friend of the program and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram because you know what? I need love there. You can catch me at Floyd Chavez Jr. Thank you so much. Hey, have a great Monday. We'll be back on Wednesday and we'll start unloading another brand new episode, probably a brand new segment in general because, it is Christmas season. Just a little hint there. But as always, thank you so much for tuning in. You truly make my day. I will definitely catch you on the next one. Just like how the beautiful ladies say, Floyd, you are too damn. And yes, it's finally getting better. Sweet.